What's going on, everybody? What's going on, YouTube? I'm outside, relaxing. I got some of my neighbors. They love to holler. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing okay out there and in the world, in YouTube land. Of course, this rod signing on. I don't know if you can see out the window. Let me see, can I zoom in? I love watching a little bit of Vescovi. I think that I pronounced it red ducks in this area. And, you know, the lake is just through that walkway right there, and of course a lot of other waterfowl. They don't leave the water. They tend to stay around the lake. And in the lake, woodland ducks I've seen. I've identified mallards and swans, and so some similar to swans. And it might be some type of a tall gray bird. I don't know what kind of was. Real, and of course Canadian geese, and they're real fun to watch. But anyway, yeah, as y'all can see, I got the AC all installed, and it's working real good, and it really cools this thing down quickly. It was 90-degree weather when I tested it the other time. When I first put it in, I think it was the first day I put it in, and it worked great. Got real cool in here real quick. I don't have a thermometer or anything to test the temp from the inside versus the outside, so that's something I'm definitely gonna get. But I like the way it looks. It's in there real snug, real tight. I got the center of gravity right directly over the door. You know, the heaviest part of that AC was the compressor side, and that's sitting directly over the door. And of course, I got 5 6-inch carriage bolts all around it. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. There's 4 washers in each bolt total, a locking washer and a nut. And it's in there extremely secure. And I'm going to show the back of it in a minute. I don't know if I'm not going to show the... Y'all know how the wood part looks, and I had little openings cut. I didn't close it up. It's in stealth mode right now. And just looking at the wiring situation and how I'm going to configure that. Of course, this thing, if I'm not hooked up to shore power, it's going to run off a generator. I won't try to do the battery thing with it. It'll be generated one of them small 2,000 watt, you know, something similar to a Honda or a Honda. I like those Hyundais too. I don't know anybody that has one, but the reviews were pretty good. Hey, how you doing? The reviews were pretty good. That's the maintenance man, real nice guy. And the reviews were pretty good, and I just like them. It's a pretty blue. They got them at Home Depot. I think they're half the price of those Hondas. So those Hondas are expensive, but they work great. You know, used one won't be out of the question either, but who knows? Who knows? You never know. But anyway, you know, talking more about the AC in a minute. I want to talk about financial freedom. And I don't know, I just pan around the van while I talk. Financial freedom is something that's a lot of people have so much trouble obtaining it, and I understand why. I think I once had this same problem, and a lot of times financial freedom requires changing your whole mindset about what life is really all about. You know, if you're chasing things and you know that's what you want to do and that's what makes you happy, then go for it. But you know, chasing things, then wondering why you don't have financial freedom, you're kind of working against yourself. You're kind of working against the whole concept of having financial freedom, because freedom only comes when you don't owe people, when you're not a borrower, a slave to the lender. That stands. That's timeless. That'll always be. The more you eliminate who you owe and what you owe, you'll start to see that freedom. You'll start to feel that freedom. And the thing about freedom is identifying freedom. You have to know what freedom is. And some people don't even know what it is. Some people go into debt, and I guess that makes them happy, and it's whatever floats your boat. If debt makes you happy, then stay in debt and find debt. But it doesn't make me happy. I can't stand being in debt. I hate being in debt. Right now, as far as in debt, technically, I owe no one. You know, I pay for things. If I can't buy it, I don't get it. And my grandmother told me that. You know, if you can't afford it, you don't need it. And that's it. I've always been that way. I've had toys in the past, boats, quads, and I just bought them outright. I had a travel trailer once, bought it outright. That's just me. And when I sold it outright. And that's just the way that worked. So, financial freedom is something that I think everybody should strive for, especially when they want to get into the mobile lifestyle. The less you owe, the easier it's going to be out there on you. That's a no-brainer, And like I said, if you want to owe, then more power to you. And I wish you all the success in the world. And that's just my take on it. But that's just something I felt like talking about today. And another thing I want to talk about is retirement. What age is a good age to retire? 60, 70, 80, we all know the legal age in America. And what people recommend, what the law states, you can draw funds at a certain age, but I don't buy any of it. You can retire at whatever age you set yourself up to retire at. I try to think for myself. I don't need anyone to think for me. As an American, that's a right I choose to act upon. If I want to retire at 40 and I've set myself up to be able to retire at 40, then I can retire at 40. That's the way I feel about it. And who can tell me I can't? If I can do so, do it. I don't plan on waiting till I'm a senior citizen to retire. I can just tell you that right now. And if people do, that's fine. But I don't. And I feel like that's fine. I want to have youth, a little bit of youth on my side, to enjoy life. That's one reason this mobile lifestyle is. I've always wanted to maneuver and move around and see the things I haven't saw. I've seen quite a bit. A lot of things I've seen wasn't on my time. It was on, I guess I'll just say, someone else's time, for lack of better words. But I want to see things on my time. I want to go, get there when I want to get there, and leave when I get ready to leave. And I don't think that's out of the question. That's how you enjoy. Because I think of the things I've saw. I think of the places I've been. Yes, it was nice. Yes, I enjoyed it. But it's a lot lacking. I was told when to leave. I was told when to go. And it just left something longing. And that's just something else. If you set yourself up, if you take the proper steps to make that possible, it's going to be a piece of cake. It might not be a piece of cake, but it'll be obtainable. Where you at right now might not be a piece of cake. I had a friend named John I worked with once. Never will forget the guy. He had a Toyota 4Runner, and he bought a travel trailer. He used to always tell me he loved the West Coast, Upper West Coast. He loved being by the beach. He was like, Ron, I tell you what, man, I'm gonna see can I go out there. He wanted to be a treasure hunter. I said, well, okay, John, that sounds good. And he always made the statement that, you know, that he was broke. But one thing he always said at the end that he was broke, he said, but I can be broke in paradise. And that stuck with me. I never forgot that statement. It's so true and it's so simple. And that guy bought that small pop-up trailer, hooked it up to the back of that 4Runner. He was already renting a room, so he didn't have much stuff. He gave away what stuff he had and sold a few more things, and man, that guy left. And I haven't heard or seen him since. He wasn't into Facebook. He wasn't into social media. He had one of those old flip phones, so I hope he's doing well. Hope he's hunting treasure and enjoying himself. You know, you only got one life. You gotta make it count. You know, and I'm a spiritual person. I keep that spirituality first. And I'm a God-fearing person, and you know that comes first. And I'm just following the path that's been provided and the ideas in my mind, and along with others, and being motivated by others, and you know, using every tool required that's accessible to me to make life the way you want it to be a reality. You don't have to live it the way someone else wants you to live it. You can make dreams happen. They're not unreachable, and they're definitely not impossible. So, and you have to keep an open mind. An open mind is vital. It's a necessity. The people you meet, the people you encounter. Open-mindedness is a absolute plus. And I find a lot of happiness in my faith as well. Experiences and faith. So, that's my thing here. I'm sitting out in the van. I'm going to go out and I'm going to show the AC from the outside right now. And you see, that's it in stealth mode. I'll have to keep that door closed a lot more now, because even though I can open it, I don't want to open it. But this is it. As you can see, I got button snaps all along it, and the button snaps are, I'll back up some. That's how it looks from a distance. This is how it looks from here. You know, I'll zoom in. That's how it looks. I'll come back in. Pretty cool. And as you can see, I got button snaps all along it. And I'm gonna leave it. It's secure. I promise you that. I'll show you with the door closed all the way up. You get an idea how it'll look. Now I'll do another video with it working. Well, I have to take that off, of course. And this is a cover to come off of a sunroof top that I found at the junkyard. It was like it was dirt cheap, man. We're talking like $3 or $4. It's maybe $4. Hope you can hear me in the wind. And it's a convertible top, and I just cut it and modified it, and it's tight as a button. I don't think it's going anywhere. Plus, like I said, I got it screwed in. A through screw. I got 4 screws in the corners, 2 screws on the side, and then the rest of it is just button snaps. Make it easy to get off. All right. Hey man, how you doing today? Good, good, good. Well, all right. Hope this was a good video for you. See, the door still opens with no problem. It got the wind blowing today, that's why I really didn't want to open it. But that's it with the door open. You see how secure it is in there. Man, it ain't going nowhere. And like I said, I'll take it off and do a video. But until next time, y'all take care of each other. Oh, I'm waving up. God bless America. God bless America. And this is Rod. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Make that dream come true.